Is AI going to take your job? I can imagine in the case where you have a skill, like a trade, like if you're a plumber, electrician, these people that do heating and air conditioning, even something simple as painting, which I don't want to say simple because it does take some skill, you're going to be okay through this AI evolution that we're going through right now. You're going to be actually okay. I actually know somebody that lives up by Massachusetts, and he does heating and air conditioning. He's going to be okay. But if you are in a lot of jobs that you're going to be behind a desk in any shape, form, you might be in trouble. My daughter's in accounting. She went to college. I would say people on her level are probably going to be in trouble later on. Maybe not right now, but we got to remember this thing moves quick. Even teaching, I would say even lawyers at some level, because the AI is going to be so smart, you're going to be able to go to AI for advice, for legal advice. Doctors, there's a lot of companies that have these tele-doctor things. That's all AI. Where you literally could just, well, maybe it's not as all AI because they could do Zoom and all this stuff, but pretty soon that's going to be AI, where you'll be able to speak to a artificial machine that might even give you a human face that'll be artificial, just to make you feel more comfortable. So a lot of jobs are in trouble. But if you're somebody that makes a lot of money online, I wish that was me. It's not me yet. A lot of money online just through content creation, digital marketing. You're excited. You're really excited. And you have a reason to be excited. Because why wouldn't you be? AI is going to help you and make every bit of this process easier. It's all going to be easier. Pretty soon, you'll better just, well, they say at some level you can do this now through Google's new VO3, but it's not simplified yet, and the cost is a little pricey, but you'll soon be able to just talk and be like, set this up to promote this product, this service, and boom, you have a video that perfectly promotes your profit, your product. It could be any nationality you want it, meaning they have the technology to do any language and look like any country that you want your avatar to be from. So this is an exciting time for content creators in particular. I wouldn't say that the cost is where the average person is going to be able to take advantage of it yet. But in a year, 2 years, now the AGI thing, I don't think we're going to be there where it's 100% where we have to really worry about it. The artificial intelligence where it's in physical robots and you're speaking of something like a screen and it can literally do anything. But these AI agents kind of scare me a little bit, because I'll tell you why. It scares me a little bit because if it falls in the wrong hands, you're screwed. I'm talking where it could go in and access your credit card and purchase a vehicle online. You know, supposedly Hyundai will allow you to buy a vehicle online, and rare circumstance you might have to physically go down to the dealership, but most of the process is done online. It scares me if this technology gets in the wrong hands. It scares me when you see a grandmother get a video call from her granddaughter asking her to wire her money. That's the part that really kind of scares me, because what are we going to do to combat that? You know, we're just now coming out with spyware that can stop all these damn robocalls. Guys, I'm to the point where I do not answer the phone if you are not saved in my, you know, in my phone with your name. I will not answer your call. If I get a text message from you and you're a company saying you're my bank and such and such amount will withdraw, I ignore it. But is somebody older than me, maybe not as educated on this stuff, are they going to ignore that? I just saw the news where a lady got taken. She thought it was her bank, and they instructed her to move her money, and she did it, and it was her whole life savings. Her entire life savings was stolen. And you know what the bank said? We can't do nothing for you. You approved that money to be moved. Now, thankfully, you hear some cases where they go to the news, and then the news do a story on it, and they release the funds to replace what was stolen, only for publicity. Like the bank doesn't want bad publicity. That's the only reason why the bank cared. And truthfully, there's legal language where the bank doesn't have to return the funds. Like with the Zelle, I'm not gonna lie, I use it for small amounts, but there's people that move thousands through Zelle. Thousands. What do you call it? Zelle, Cash App. I never trust Cash App. Cash App should be used for small amounts to send to friends and family. And I would just say in some rare situations, maybe to move small amounts for a small business. You know, if you're doing transactions where somebody's sending you $100, maybe at the most $200, I get it. Zelle, Cash App. I use PayPal. One of my roommates, he sends me $180 a week to PayPal. And I get it. I got to pay PayPal their fees and everything. But, you know, I'm not worried about PayPal locking that money up and bankrupting me But there's people that move their whole rent and all their expenses through PayPal. You know, $3-4 grand a month. I don't know if I'm that trusting. I'm just now coming to the point where I trust Chase a little bit better, because at one point I had $40,000 in my personal Chase account. The most money I ever had in my life. And that was through the government. That was my EIDL government loan. And I had a couple grants. But when I got the $40,000 sitting in my account, that was the most money I ever had in my account in my entire life. And I'm sure some of you can relate to that. That was my personal account. Now, business accounts, I'm sure people see more. But I've never had that much in my personal account in any one bank in my life. And I think under that, at one point, I had, I think I did have a little bit less than that in Liberty Bank at one point in my life. And I want to tell you, the tellers, they did act fishy. The tellers, they did act fishy. When I used to go in and access that account, I had it where a bank manager came up and the teller was helping me, and she asked me, well, what do you do? As if they automatically assume you're doing something illegal to have that kind of money in your personal account. Automatically. And I could see the look in her face. Like, he can't be doing anything legitimate with that kind of money in his bank account. And being a black man, you get kind of used to that one, you know. I wasn't even surprised. But you guys, the only way to get around the fear of losing your job, and I was changing the subject a little bit, losing your job to AI is to, number one, use it, and number two, start your own business. I'm an Uber and Lyft driver, and I was talking to a software engineer, and I talked to two. I talked to one smart one and one not so smart one. I talked to one, he actually started his own landscaping company, totally nothing to do with being a software engineer. And I actually thought that was smart. He probably used AI for the titles and help him build his website, so AI did play a part. But that's a business that he won't lose his job. Now, he currently still had his software engineer job. But I had another software engineer that lost his job. And I'm curious by this, because with all this AI stuff and being a software engineer, it's pretty easy now for one or three maybe software engineers to come together, build their own SaaS, sales, build their own SaaS website using the current tools we have now. Like, there's literally AI that can help you build the website. You don't even have to code, but here we are. These people know how to code. So if there's a mistake in their code, they can sometimes figure it out, because the technology's not perfect yet, but it'll do most of the work for you. You might have to tweak it. For people that don't know how to code, like most of us, these sites are making it easier for us. But if you're a software engineer, you and two of your buddies should come up, find a use case find a reason for your service, find something that's needed. Like, we need a third rideshare app. Nobody in Connecticut can build it. We need a third rideshare app to compete with Uber and Lyft. Not even to take them out of business. Uber is McDonald's. Lyft is Burger King. We just need a Wendy's where we can still make money, and it's not going to take Uber and Lyft out of business, but it could give us a third option. The more diversity we have, the more money you can make as a driver. Better yet, we know rideshare is phasing out, so come up with an app that could pay us better to do rides and deliveries and not have as much greed. Yeah, they may sell it later and the greed kicks in just like Uber and Lyft, but for a short time we'll be able to enjoy a third-party app that can help us make money like we used to make back in 2017, 2018 as rideshare drivers. If you're a software engineer, sit down and come up with a problem. Well, you know there's problems out there. Come up with a solution to the problem. Rather than wait till you lose your job because you got replaced by the same AI technology you helped build. That's the crazy part. The same technology you helped build replaced you. And they brought in cheaper labor to maintain it. This will allow you to be recession proof. Like I said, if you have a skill, you're good. You do heating, air conditioning, painting, but to the point where I saw a lot of companies where you could access a doctor. You don't have to actually physically go to the doctor. That's going to definitely be replaced by AI. To the point where you can't necessarily yet because it doesn't have all the answers, but pretty soon you'll have a AI platform that you can get 100% accurate legal advice for the fraction of the cost. I'm surprised I just came up with that one myself. I'm surprised nobody's not working on that one now. They may be. Don't steal my idea. But a law firm AI app where you could ask every specific, it's going to obviously ask questions, you know, pertaining to what state are we referring, because every state has slightly different laws and regulations. What state, how old are you, those things might change your response. But now people can literally go into court armed with real legal advice they got from a AI bot. It's coming. It just, there's people that go to ChatGPT now for legal advice. It's just not, we know that ChatGPT sometimes gives you fictional or slightly off information, or people aren't asking the qualifying questions. You can't ask a straightforward question for one particular state. Not to change the subject, but it never surprises me how people drive in the rain. It's raining right now and people are driving erratically. I would never understand it. Like literally driving erratically. Never cease to amaze me. But excuse me. I'm an Uber driver, but I'm not worried. You know why? Because I also have an online business. Got my business account, Navy Federal. And what I do is basically affiliate marketing. I use YouTube, social media, of course AI technology to come up with titles, ideas for videos, thumbnails even. I started even using AI for thumbnails. You can literally go to Gemini. I like Gemini a little bit better than ChatGPT for some things. But you can go to Gemini, ChatGPT, and ask it based on my skills. Give them your skills. What would be the best online business to offer people to solve a problem? Better yet, put in the problem. Here's the problem. Could I solve the solution with the skills I already have? I put that in, and you know what it came up with? With the skills I have already, can help people solve a problem for rideshare drivers. You know what that is? Give them a plan B. Give drivers a plan B. I'm already doing that. And the reason why I'm giving you, the problem is the driver pay. Even for you drivers that kind of enjoy this. It's not that it's just addictive, which, you know, the science prove it is a little addictive. You generally enjoy being a driver, meeting new people, and I'm an introvert. But for some reason, I actually like not facing the people, talking to them, being their therapist at times, sounding like a friend, and you'll be surprised at the stuff people reveal to their driver. I'm talking real personable stuff that they wouldn't even tell their girlfriend or boyfriend at all, but they'll tell the driver. So I'm solving the problem. I'm giving you the plan B right here in this video. I would get online. I know everybody says this, but I would start a YouTube channel. And you got plenty of information to show you how to do that the right way. Go on there, pick somebody. And the reason why I say you need a YouTube channel is the YouTube channels are traffic. Now you use AI to build a website to solve the problem. I like video content. I think video is the future. So I'm literally probably going to have at some point a media platform and house all the current videos I have, because I can't put them all. I have literally thousands of videos on each channel. I've got like 6 different channels. Some of them are the same content, but some of them is unique content. I can't put it all on there, but I'll grab the best up-to-date information that can help people and house it on my own OTT media platform. And literally I could just call it Plan B. You know, I don't want to call it Plan B because it sounds like Plan B for women, but you know what I'm saying. Plan B for not only drivers, but the Plan B for everybody that's going to be replaced by AI technology is technology. That's the crazy part. Technology is the solution to solve you losing your job to technology. Now, how crazy is that? So you need to go on and play with it. Everybody needs to go on ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, even the Grok. X, even though I'm not a fan of Elon right now, I hear Grok's pretty good. They all have their strengths and weaknesses, you know. So, and we're talking free. You don't have to do the paid versions for any of this stuff. ChatGPT and Gemini, the free versions, are amazing. I've gotten ideas for thumbnails, everything, business names, logos, literally logos. You could go on there now and get ChatGPT or Gemini to help you do a logo. So, literally, AI is the solution. AI is the solution. AI is kind of recession-proof in a way, if used the right way. If I, for some reason, could no longer drive, I still would be able to do something online with the help of AI from home. There's a lot of jobs you could do from home now. As long as you have access to the internet and the computer, you can do them right from home. But AI just puts the icing on the cakes and makes you look more professional. I'm not good at spelling. All my life I had people pick on me for spelling. Do you think that stops me now with AI technology? As long as you come close to spelling the word, AI can help you. I always had trouble crafting good emails, you know, for an email campaign. You think that's a problem now? Not anymore. It's not a problem anymore. You literally could go to ChatGPT, Gemini, type in, give me a, first of all, you can put it in your website and give them a whole outlook of your website and what you're trying to do or sell. Then you can give them, give me a good email campaign, 12 emails. You can even state how many emails long to get them to buy this product. Game changer. Game changer. Today, I'm actually gonna go home because for years I haven't been working on my email list. I've been so focused on YouTube traffic, but I wasn't focused on building a good email list. Today, I'm gonna go home, sign up for one of the good email platforms that will allow you to use it for free, up to 1,000 people or whatever, and work on building my list for the new business that I want to build to help solve problems. I specifically want to help people 40 and older that are gig workers in general, not just rideshare drivers. Come up with ways to make more money because the platforms are paying poorly. Even food delivery apps, they're paying poorly, they're stealing tips. And I always felt like part of the driver community. Even when I quit 1 year during the pandemic, I still felt like I'm in the community. I still felt like a driver. I still felt like some loyalty to being a driver. I think always going to feel that. Even if I was to stop driving 100% and just become a dispatcher for my own company and just sit at home and dispatch different drivers, I'm still going to feel that loyalty. That's another thing. This business is not just going to show them how to build Plan B. It's also going to show them how to start your own private rides business. And I'm going to format it where it gives you video and written content. But I feel that the video content is the key to my future success, because nothing converts more than video, I believe. People are, I would say, me personally, I never would read a book unless I really, truly was interested in the topic. But even if I'm only slightly interested, I'll watch a video about it. So I think video content goes a long way with convincing people to sign up for your product or service. And then I might offer something for free. I might offer a free blog or something to give people free tips and ideas. Because I really feel like I have something to bring to the table, because I'm good at coming up with good neutral business names, which is important. You need a good neutral business name, because you're going to get more business credit everybody should be going after. Business credit and corporate credit, rather than just putting rides at the end of your name or transportation. Banks don't like that. So that's going to hinder you getting loans and corporate credit. And a good SIC code is important. Low risk SIC code. Very, very important. You got to pick something the banks like. We know banks don't like trucking. We know this. Banks don't even like anything that deal with money, really. They don't really like real estate. Even if you do have a real estate company, they don't want real estate on the end of the name. And you got to come up with a SIC code that's not real estate related. Now you don't necessarily have to lie to the banks. Like, I'll give you an example. I want to go into media, so I wouldn't be lying if I get a SIC code around media, but still do private rides and deliveries. I wouldn't be lying. I am in media. Here's my YouTube channels. Here's everything to prove to the banks that I'm in media. I just happen to also do rideshare and deliveries. At first, I was going to do a transportation code, but I decided against it because I don't want to be put in a box. I might still get a license, obviously. I can still get a license to be legal on the road to do deliveries, but you don't necessarily have to like get a SIC code around transportation. Now, is Uber and Lyft going to give me a hard time with putting the Uber and Lyft money into my business? They might. If you don't have a code that Uber and Lyft like, they might not allow you to have your money go there, but I'll keep my money in my name as far as Uber and Lyft. There's a lot of delivery companies that won't care what your code is, and they'll still send the money to your business account around media. They won't care. And then we got to remember, we can't focus our life as rideshare drivers around just Uber and Lyft. You know why? Because they're not going to be around forever. They'll be around, but they won't be around for physical drivers. Automation's coming. I would say about 5 years. Even if you say it's longer, even if it's 5 to 10 years, we know it's coming. Some of us are going to live at least 10 years from now, God willing, and we don't want to be driving Uber and Lyft, because by then the pay will be down to what? Nothing, literally nothing. I think they'll expect drivers to just drive around for free. But the delivery companies are somewhat recession-proof right now. They're not going to replace delivery right now. I think delivery is a little further out before robots start delivering all your packages or your food. But the rideshare thing, it's phasing out. So what does that mean? We can't worry about necessarily focusing on rideshare. Make it a courier business. And you could take a taxi and delivery code, which is lower risk than trucking, and still do courier. Become a courier business. Now you can do package deliveries. You get a small van or SUV. You do Uber and Lyft on the side in your own personal name, if you have to. If you can't do it in your business name, you still do it in your personal. Who cares? You care? I don't care. I'll set up my deliveries in my business name and keep Uber and Lyft in my personal name and use the same vehicle with commercial insurance. Problem solved. So I'm here to help you solve problems. If you're tired of rideshare, switch over to courier, switch over to deliveries. Medical deliveries is going to still pay pretty well. You might have to do like I did and quit smoking weed. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I quit smoking weed just so I could go after certain licenses. And I'm not gonna lie, I miss smoking. You know, used to relax me in the afternoon after a long day. But you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta start thinking about the future. And I know in the future, once I get everything right, I'll be a dispatcher, so I won't have to worry about that. And then I might not go back to smoking, but I might just go back to maybe just edibles from the dispensary. I don't want to go back to necessarily smoking because I don't believe anything you put in your lungs is really that good for you. Might not be against the law or deadly, but not necessarily good for your lungs. But even the doctor tells me the THC is not a problem if taking in edibles and you're not driving. Why taking them, obviously. So, for me, the future looks bright because I'm using technology. every day. I'm to the point now where I'm kind of relying on it a little bit for titles for videos. So I'll do a video and have no clue what to title it. And I'll literally go to Gemini, my go-to first, and say to Gemini, give me a good YouTube video title based on me talking about, and put in exactly what you're talking about. And you'll find that you'll get better at the prompts. The prompts are what you got to tell it to give you the best input. You'll get better at prompting. I know AI can actually help you get good prompts. You can literally go to Gemini and go, give me a good prompt for ChatGPT for this. Go back to ChatGPT with the prompt that Gemini gave you. That works. It actually works. I tried it. Because you might not know how to specifically say something in a way that gives you the best result. Like sometimes you have to tell it, the technology, to think like a lawyer and give me legal advice based on this scenario that happened today, and put down that idea. But if you just say think like a lawyer first, it might not give you the best accurate information. But you can literally go to Gemini and be like, give me a good prompt to tell ChatGPT how to help me do this. I love AI technology already. It's helping my YouTube channels, which are another plan B. YouTube's a plan B. It's bringing in traffic. It's going to help me promote different affiliate products, because I can literally tell it, give me a good idea for a video to promote this product or service. And Gemini will let you embed the link to the website of the product you actually want to. Now that's definitely going to help you TikTokers that are promoting vitamins and all this crap you're promoting. I don't want to call it crap, but you know what I'm saying. I love this stuff. I absolutely love this stuff, and I'm not worried about AI taking my job on any level. Not that it could take my job as a rideshare driver. So Dara, not to change the subject, but Dara said that. He said that rideshare driving is recession proof. For now. For now. He's right. For now. But what about in 5 years? And does it pay you enough for you to want to do it? If there was another recession, you still would be able to work. But could you afford to have your car going up and down the road for even less driver pay next year? A lot of you can't afford it. I just got 4 new tires, and I'm not going to say it broke me, but it was pretty stressful to have to replace all my tires. You know, because this job just wears out your car. It wears out your vehicle really bad. It really does. And you're more likely to go through. I'm part-time now, so a lot of people be getting on me because I'll say stuff in certain videos. Like, I said I don't want to be doing this and only making $30,000, and somebody called me a loser because they assume I only make $30,000 doing rideshare and that's all I make. They didn't assume I'm doing other things. So they literally called me a loser. I deleted and blocked them. You know, I know it was only one comment, but that's just the ignorance of people that watch a short video and not grasp that the full picture. They literally judge me on one short form video. They didn't assume I was doing anything else. They thought I meant that I was only making $30,000 a year rideshare driving. That's all the income I was bringing in. No, if you watch the channels in detail, I tell you, no, I rent 2 bedrooms, doing affiliate marketing online. I'm doing other things. You know, hopefully I'll be going private soon, setting up a whole nother business for that. I'll be honest with you, the only thing holding me back from getting that accomplished is finding good commercial insurance that's affordable. And I could make more driving, but I'll wear out my car even faster. But I don't want to do that. It's bad enough I'm going to have to replace this vehicle to even go private. I'm going to have to probably replace this vehicle and get commercial insurance because I need a bigger vehicle anyway. You know, but I don't want to do rideshare driving, 10 hours a day. Yeah, I'll make more money. Yeah, at that point, I could make $100,000 a year if I don't want a life and I don't want to see my family, and I'll wear out my car faster. Like today's Saturday, day before Father's Day. I'm going down to spend some time with my family, some well-deserved time with my family. And if I was driving like a madman, I would be driving all day today, Father's Day too. That's what you got to do to make the kind of money that'll cover your repairs and your bills. You would have to drive like a madman every day, every holiday, all the time. You literally almost have to sleep in your car. And that's not what we're here to do. We're here to come up with plan B. So at some point, I can take myself out of the equation and not even be a driver at all. That's the goal. And if you want that goal for yourself, continue watching. You can support by subscribing, like, comment, click that bell icon. Support me for free, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.